their games. So as a home ground, they don't have anything. Police ground is a rescue source just that can help them because it is there. But again, the standard of the pitch at police ground is not to the effect, because if you look at what is there, it's not being pressed, it's bumpy, a lot of things. Yeah, actually, I'll be going to watch the game though, but still to say it's going to be a tough game, a tough encounter, because police ground is also a small pitch that you could talk about that will not be having much of the things coming in there. So a lot that we are going to be looking into, but I think it has to do with the level of preparation. They are not all that bad. Yes, they have so far played 2 games, 2 draws to their names, means that it's not yet too bad. They are still unbeaten in the regional league. But the match day 3, what do we expect from different other teams? Of course, the team like I did see teams like Adjuman Town Council saying this is the time that Araka needs to know that also. They are not going to be just coming back like that. So it's a tough encounter today at Paridi Stadium. The 2 sides will be having an interesting game to say because both of them want to prove that this is where we are, and we are the heads in this, and things work out. So, yeah, I think a lot of things needs to be blamed on a few of the clubs, few of the people who are there, few of the challenges that are also coming through. So it affects a little bit of the team. But all in all, I want to say I think it's a good move for all the teams that are getting into the game, and we shall be expecting to see that their performance is what determines where they go. So, yeah.
Very interesting, just like you have said. And one of the fixture that I want also to look at is the fixture tomorrow between Kuluva Rainbow and Pakwach Youngsters. We're also seeing a lot of that. I don't know if the football club admins are just getting to realize that a football banter is quite very interesting, and as long as you keep it positive, it attracts in that is a lot of attention. It attracts in a lot of fan base. People want to come and see whether the type of football you play on the pitch will of course match the one you are spitting on the different social media handles. So basically, Pakwach Youngsters tomorrow will be coming to Hospital View Arena to take on Kuluva. And remember, for Kuluva Rainbow's last game, they went to Padea and lost 1-0. Tomorrow, they're looking into reclaiming in their winning base. And they were expecting, by the way, Pakwach Youngsters to respond back to them with whatever it is that they wrote on social media handle. But Pakwach says they will respond on pick. So basically tomorrow, this is also going to be, for me, an interesting game and one of the biggest games to see.
Yeah, banters sell games. Banters bring in, of course, a lot of hype to the game and the rest. But, of course, I should say that is Pakwach. If they are not saying anything, then maybe they feel it's not necessary, maybe, or because it's not at their place. Why should they hype the game and the other team is in there? Those are also different tricks in football that people use. You will not want to hype for a team that is going to be there, but you will see that if you look at how the teams are. Yes, I want to say Pakwach Youngster has been a good team in the previous seasons. This season I've not seen so much of them putting in. Of course, yes, they got 1 win, lost 1. Kuluva the same, and Kuluva, of course, will be looking forward to see that this is home. Kuluva's Hospital Grounds has always been a good side for them. Every time they're home, they try pushing things to work the way they expect. But away has always been a challenge where you could be seeing maybe the toughness of the games, of how teams are trying probably to play. There's that saying that you can't go and crawl at somebody's home and think you're going to go like that. But there are teams that have also made sure that, yeah, whether what we need to win these games to see that things go on. So it's one of the biggest things that I can tell you. But it's going to be a tough game, not an easy one tomorrow. For that is Kuluva, though they will be home. I expect Pakwach to come with the heads up, trying to retaliate on whatever happens. Likewise to that is Kuluva will want to also keep the resurgency to see that, yeah, this is the time that we need to also prove to our fans, because you're going to play in front of your fans who are going to be expecting a lot from you because of your performance that has been trending so well. So I think an interesting one. It will come back to how the team is assembled. It will come back to how the coaches probably will be doing things. But all in all, I think this is a good encounter. This is a very hopeful strategy that needs to be put forward for, that is, the two teams, if they want to take the right position. So I think it's going to be a tough game and an interesting one.
Yeah, very interesting tomorrow. We'll see what happens at the end of the 90 minutes. Meanwhile, the rest of the games is something we shall be discussing tomorrow, because they will be going down tomorrow, just like how Arua Airfield will be looking into getting in their first win. That is, I think, what we have locally within the regional league.
Yeah, of course, it is a big encounter, but I want to go from there and talk about the West Nile Regional Regional FA. That is, of course, going to be hosting also the Stanbic Uganda Cup preliminary rounds in there. And out of this, the fixtures already came out, and games are starting on 12th. So you should be knowing, because today is 8th. You just have like 4 days to, that is the kickoff. And after the regional league games, you'll be expecting Ombachi taking on Arua Airfield that you've just talked about at Ombachi grounds, Ombachi College. All these games, by the way, will be at 3 p.m. according to the FUFA standard time this time round. Nyarvur All-Star will be taking on Alpha Rising. That is Wari Chweri, of course, playgrounds. And then you have the team of Oweko Magic that will be taking on Padea Rising. That is Oweko Primary School. And then you have Parombo United that will also tussle it out against Nile Hippos at Alengo Stadium. And then you have Hot Springs that will be taking on Arua City Football Club that is Nebi Primary School Stadium. And then you have West Nile United that will be taking on Koboko Rising Stars at, of course, Lomunga Primary School. As Yumbe Soccer Academy will be welcoming Total Football Club at Boma Grounds in, of course, Yumbe. Ubuntu Giants still will be playing Ottoman at Paridi Stadium, whereas you have the team called Sibon that will be taking on Barakala Football Club at Bajama Primary School. Kubala United will be taking on Tipsa Football Club. Tipsa will be at Evia. And then you have, of course, the team of Midland that will be taking on Andruvu at Lobe Playground. So those are the games that will be there on the 12th of this very month. Whereas on the 13th, you'll also be having games that will be coming where Zeu will be taking on, of course, Parombo Missions at Police Arena. Johanna will be welcoming the team of Pakwachi Youngsters at Pachego Primary School. And then you have Goli Mission taking on Kuluva Rainbow. Kuluva will have to travel up to Goli Mixed Primary School grounds. And then the team of Villa Aspars will be taking on, of course, Paida United at Nebi Primary School grounds, where you have OA Galaxy taking on Odramachaku. And this game is still going to be on the 13th, but Odramachaku will have to travel up to Liango Boma, as Riverview takes on Nyangiria at Riverside. Ramba will be taking on Kochi Aban at that is Kuluba Primary School, as Opotani Central welcomes Okokoro United at Upi Primary School grounds. And Juba Park will also be getting into action against Jumani Town Council, as Jumani Town Council will have to travel up to Ochodri to play that game. Now on the 14th of this very month, that will be a Thursday, Kamia Inter Stars will be taking on Kolo Central at St. Mary's Bar Omach, that is in Pakwach. And then you have, of course, Kakira Youngsters taking on Ovisoni. That game will be at, of course, the home of Kakira. Young Savannah will be taking on Nebi Central at Max Foundation. And Sports Club Abana will be taking on Araka Football Club at St. Charles Luanga. And then you have on 15th, Safety Heroes taking on Yaya All Stars, and MTC FHL on 16th, which will be a Saturday, taking on Lima Golden at Chele Chele Stadium. So, Susie, those are some of the games that is coming in for the preliminaries of the Stanbic Uganda Cup, and all those teams that have registered or paid the affiliation fee for, that is the Uganda Cup, have been included to see that they will be participating. But I'm very happy for the new DFAs that are also trying, Okolo and Terego. You've seen very many other names that have been called through or that have registered from Terego district.
Quite very impressive fixtures, and some of the clubs that have gotten themselves registered in there is the Uganda Cup are quite very remote, I would say. And I think definitely this is the time where they get to shine in. This is the time where they get to market themselves. I should also say kudos to there is a Uganda Cup. It gives in a platform for any other club to play in, regardless of course, regardless of the league that you're taking part in, unless otherwise, just like the other leagues, where you only remain within the league that you're taking part, be it regional league, be it big league, be it the Uganda Premier League. But when it comes to Stanbic Uganda Cup, it is regardless whether you're taking part in any league or not. It does not limit any other club, so long as you're ready and willing to pay in the affiliation fee in there. So basically, to me, that is quite a very impressive one. With some of the teams that have come aboard, we should say that it is a chance for them to, first of all, marketing their young talented boys that are very energetic, and then secondly, this is also a time that they need to show to the world that that particular team also exists wherever it is. So basically, I think it's quite a very good one. It's quite a very massive one. We've seen a lot of teams within West Nile, just as you gave us the fixture. A lot of teams have come through there is a showing interest in Stanbic Cup, and so how they will play and how far they will go is definitely something that we shall also leave behind for discussion over another day.
Yeah, a very big encounter that is there. Meant to know, of course, later on you will be seeing that Pakwachi Youngsters wants to have what is called a press conference, meant to know for the game. That is tomorrow, so let's wait and see what exactly comes right there. Of course, their head coach will be one name that they will be talking about, but let's wait and see how that happens in there. Yes, Uganda Cup has been one key fixture or one key name that you could talk about, a tournament that goes with exciting moments. You can even see a team that is unattached, of course, to the league, getting into the play, and they also do well. We saw Jumani the other time going to beat Express here, up to them now being beaten that side in of course, at the home, I think at Wankuluku, which did not work out. But they went up to, I think, the semi-finals, which was a very good plus. And with that, you would say, yes, that is what football is all about. You can't. We have seen giant teams being eliminated by teams that are just newly brought in the league. Now, we did see that also the Odilo Cup, by the way, is coming on. And now Odilo is set to start by around next, I think on 12th, according to reports here. In fact, from 10th, yes, from 10th, Odilo is starting. Now, in the Odilo Championship 2024, yesterday the draws were made and the groupings came out right there. All these games will be at Fufa Technical Center and Jeru. For the girls category, Group A has Ateria Primary School, then Source of Light Primary School, God Foundation Primary School, and Ineza Parents School. Whereas in Group B, you have Prime View Education Center, Hope Primary School, and then Habanon Quality Academy, and not forgetting Oasis Primary School. Whereas in the boys category, you have Oasis Primary School in Group A, and Green Valley Primary School, St. Catherine of Seina Vision of Children Junior School. And then in Group B, you have, of course, Parinya Primary School, Source of Hope Primary School, St. Mary's Primary School, and Rays of Grace Primary School. So those are the schools that will be representing in what is called the Odilo Cup, that is meant to start soon, and we're yet waiting to see how that will be ending probably out.
It's quite very interesting. That is in the boys category. There is also, by the way, where the girls category features in, and in the girls category, Group A has Aterai Primary School, Sourceline Primary School, Good Foundation Primary School, Ineza Primary School. That is Odilo for the girls category, Group A. And then for the Group B, we shall be seeing schools like other hand Prime View Education Primary School, Hope Primary School, Habanon Quality Academy, and Oasis Primary School, meaning Oasis that definitely will be representing West Nile has registered in both of the boys category and also the girls category in there. And this is quite a very good one, because we did see this starting from grassroots, and now it has reached this very level where all of these games will be just like you had said at Technical Center and Njeru in there. And we shall be following the games very closely now that we have a school that will be representing West Nile in both the girls and the boys category. I am talking about Oasis Primary School.
Now, very big one. Of course, we shall be waiting to see how that works out. Now, if we leave that there, there is the battle for the battle for the for position, where of course Nachivubo is the place to talk about with the rivals. I'm talking about Express and Sports Club Villa. That will also be tussling it out. Today is 8th, and we are expecting Bright Stars taking on Lugazi at 4 p.m. and Express taking on Sports Club Villa at Nachivubo 7 p.m. a game that will be played under floodlights right there. Now let's look at the Bright Star and Lugazi game. The two have fired coaches, and they will be having new coaches to take on here to see what exactly this is. Both, if you look at how the teams are doing, of course not bad, but still their starting point was not at the best. Bright Star is the only team that has not yet gotten any win, whereas Lugazi got, I think, their first win under, that is Oliver Mbeka, who of course tried in there, but of course a new head coach has now been appointed right at Lugazi. What are we expecting in this game?
Just like you had said, the two teams basically are faced with a lot of pressure in there. We all know how they are performing in there is the UPL in there, and if you look at the table standings, I would say they are not quite in good positions, and that is basically how they go to fire in the coach, just like you had said. For the two sides, it's going to be a very tough one, because both sides will be wanting to reclaim and go back to there is their winning ways in there. For Moli Wekoso and Lugazi, I think it's quite going to be a very tough one, just like we are anticipating, and whatever it is that definitely gets to come out from this is something we shall discuss tomorrow. The two sides are separated by 2 points, with Villa above 16th position with 11 points, while the Red Eagles are below in there is the 11th position with definitely 9 points in there. So basically you can see clearly that the points are not so good, and the positions are not very interesting. So the two sides will be looking at redemption and collecting all 3 points to aid them become a better team and to get a better position on the table standings.
All right, Lugazi and Bright Stars, I think Bright Star having a very good team. In fact, Lugazi having a very good team, but I think needed to do more. Bright Star putting in also a lot of things to see that this needs to be put more. But all in all, that's all that we had for you from the Lugazi and Bright Star game. But there's that big one where, of course, the stage is already set for. That is the biggest rivalry in that is the Ugandan football. As Express this time around will have to tussle it out against Sports Club Villa. And this game is a night game at Hamza Stadium. That will be under floodlights. Remember, the two clubs, as I'm talking right now, the most supported clubs, I should say, in the country. Others are called them Kwano Gwabanji, Bakwano Babanji, so it's a very big one. But with 17 league titles, while of course Express and the oldest club currently, that is the Premier League, 7th with a total combined point of, total combined of 24 titles that they have come through in. So they will be looking forward to see that this time around they need to prove. You remember they had their very good game, won recently, so this gives them a very big encounter. Of course, coming into the game, Express right now, I should say, that is a 3-match winless.